Hi, you are highly welcome to tonight's training. In today's training, I'll be showing you some of the tools you need to know in Revit 2024. In the last training, we dealt with some tools in Revit 2024 where we looked at some tools like Move Tool, Copy Tool, Mirror Tool, array 2 and the rest of them. Ensure you watch that video. I will drop the link to that video at the end of the training today, so you can always come back and uh, look for the link and watch it. All right, now I am going to be sharing my screen now. Let me share my screen so that you can see what I'll be doing in Revit. I am trying to share my screen now. Okay, I believe you can see my screen. Please, if you can hear me and you can see my screen, indicate in the comment section. Type Revit 2024 in the comment section so that I will know that you guys can see my screen. All right. So let me have at least a backup so that I can be seeing your comments, because as it is now, I have already started sharing my screen. So okay, very good. So we are going to start right away. Today we'll be dealing with some of the tools that are very important in Revit, especially Revit 2024. I am going to go to Modify Tool. You see a lot of them under Modify. In the last training, that was where we dealt with Mirror and the rest of them. And this is where we're talking about Array. But today, let's go further a little bit. Let's deal with some tools. And I want us to work on these split face. Okay. Now, if you have a wall, let's say I go to 3D. If you have a wall like this, and you want this wall to carry different colors, you want the lower part of this wall to have a different color from the upper part. One of the best tools to use is split face. So you are going to select split face and you click on this face. You click on the face, and once the face is selected, you are going to, the line will be activated. So here you can draw a line to the other edge and you press escape. Now, if I finish it now, you see I have splitted this face into two. So if I want the lower part to be a different color now, what I would do now to make it a different color is common. I pick that one, and as I pick it, I can now apply that brick to the lower part of it. And now you look at it, you see I have different color up and down on the same wall. Can you see that? On the same wall. And if you select the wall, you see that it's only one wall but different color. Okay, what if I want to modify it? I can decide to change it a little bit. Let's say if I want to modify it now, I can pick the same split face, or let me go out for now. Let me go out. If I select this line now, I can select that line, and you see I can edit profile. I can delete that line. I can delete that line. Okay, let me simply undo. The system is slowing down because of the live stream. Okay, now the line is here now, so I can delete it. I've deleted it. Assuming I want the split face to only be on this face alone without coming to the edge, what am I going to do? Let me go to one of the elevations. Let me go to south elevation. Okay, this is the south elevation. And this is the wall we are talking about here. So I'm going to pick split face. And once I pick it, I'm going to select this wall. And I will select a line and draw a line. I can draw a rectangle. I'll draw a rectangle here. It depends on the size of what you want to do. But whatever you are doing, make sure is within the wall. There are rules that guide this for you not to have errors. Like this particular one I'm doing here, the lines must be within the wall. The other one, the first one I did, the line came from this wall, this external line to the next line. Okay, now if I finish it now, you can see that face is splitted already. Can you see that? Now I can apply another material to it. So for me to apply another material, I simply select this paint face. Let me select paint face. And once I select that paint face, okay, select paint face, and I cannot apply another material to that face. Let me, assuming I select this wood plastic and hit apply, and there you go. Okay, and let me show you one thing that may give you error during your split face. If I go to south elevation now, if I go to south elevation and I want to split face, I click on this and I select line and I draw from this line to the middle here, and I do not get to this point, maybe somewhere here or there, and I stop and I want to finish it, it will give me error. It will not work. Okay, let me continue. The only way to work is if I pick it from here and I continue it to another edge. Okay, it is either you do it within the face or you do it from edge to edge. Otherwise, it will not work. But this particular one now will work because it is from this edge to this edge. Let me finish it so that you see what I'm talking about. Can you see? This one has worked successfully. But if you stop somewhere at the middle, it will not work. I'm sure you understand it, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is split face, and we have also looked at paint face. Now there is a reverse of paint face. If I look at it in 3D now, okay, if I pick this paint face and I apply a material to this face, you can see a material is being applied already. What if I want to remove this material? Let's say I'm not satisfied with this material, I want to remove it. The simplest thing to do is to use the reverse, which is remove paint. So you will see it in this drop down. You see remove paint in this drop down. So you simply select this remove paint and click on it. It's going to remove the paint. Okay, and if you want to delete the split face, simply select it and delete it. Select and delete it. The paint is no longer splitted. Okay, I'm sure you understand that. Okay, then let's look at another tool that are very, very important that we use every day. Okay, the tools that we use almost every day. That's the one I want to show you now. Let's assume I am on the floor plan. Let me go to one of the floor plans. Okay, this is the ground floor plan. I double click to go to ground floor plan. And now you look at this wall. This wall is in section. You can see this wall is assumed to be cut at 1,200 thereabout. Okay, but you see the line is thin. What if I wanted to show that it's thick, as in architectural graphic presentation? I want it to be thick. So what you do is you see this tool here called thin line. So I can uncheck this and it will bring out the full thick line. And even at that, the wall is still not thick enough for what I want, but at least is a bit thicker. It's showing the real thickness now. Okay, so we will deal with that one later, whereby you make this thickness to be at least 0.6 or 0.7. This is around 0.4 now. For those of us that have used a tracing pen before, you know that pen 6 is always thicker than pen 4. So this is about pen 4. but later I will show you guys how you can make it thicker so that it will improve your graphic display or graphic presentation. All right, now let's look at another tool that is very, very important, and that is dimension tool. See this dimension tool? You can click. This is the one I use most. This is measure between two reference. I use this one most. And if you click on this drop down, you see that there is a line, there is linear, angular, and the rest of them. The one I use most is align, and this align can work. You can dimension these 2 points. You can dimension as long as the lines you are dimensioning are parallel to each other. You will be able to dimension them. Okay, and you can pick from center of the wall to center of the wall. Okay, that is dimensioning. And you can even use the dimensioning to move the wall. If the need arises, you want to move the wall, you can use the dimension tool to move the wall. Let's say there is a dimension here, and I want to make this place, this width to be 3,600. It's a question for me to decide on which of the wall I'm going to move. If I want to move this particular one, I will select it, and it will give me room to edit the dimension. So I can dimension it to 3,600, and I press enter. You see it has moved this wall, and the dimension is now 3,600. Okay, so that is that for you. And what if I have a wall that is at an angle? For instance, this wall is at an angle to this. If I want to know the degree of this, there is a tool for that. It's a question of going to this drop down and pick this angular dimension and click one of these place, and you see this is at 60 degree. So you can use that to measure anything that is at an angle. It could be line, it could be a wall that are at an angle. You can use it to measure it. Okay, so that is that. And another tool that is very, very important that I want to show you guys is this tool, this hide. Okay, if there is something that is important, let's say this particular object is important, assuming this is important for me, or let me drop a car, for instance. Can I see a car? Let me see if I can load a car. Let me load a car and drop a car. Component, place a component. I pray there is a car, and I click load. And I go to my family. And let me look for car. I go to site. Car is under site. You go to parking. Yeah, it's not here. So let me go to another. Okay. I just want to see car as quick as possible. Let's say I go to UK, car is under site. Oh. Or let me go to parking. Could it be under parking? It's not under parking. Okay. I will look for other things to use in doing this example. Okay, let me just drop this. Okay, I'll pick this one, even though I cannot see a car now. I just want to make an example of what I am talking about. Okay, assuming I drop this one somewhere here, let's assume it's something that is very important for me, like a car. A car is important for me on site layout, and is also important for me in 3D. It's important for me in elevation, but it's not important for me in floor plan. So in that case, I am going to hide it in floor plan. I will not delete it. Rather, I will hide it. So I can hide it in this view. I select it. Once I select it, down here, you see I can click on it and it will show some things that are already hidden. And if it's not hidden yet, I can select this, and if I right click on it, you see hide in view. So I can hide it. I can hide element. If I hide element, that means only this particular one will be hidden. But if I hide category, it means none of those categories will be seen on this view. Okay, let me hide element. And now you see it's not here. But if you go to elevations, you see it in elevation. Okay, can you see that? And now you can also hide it on this view too. And let me show you another way you can hide it too. Once you select it now, you can also see it here. Can you see? This same tool that is here is also here. So you can click on this drop down. You can click on that drop down. Once it's selected, now you can now hide element. So it's the same. Either you right click and hide, or you go to this point once it's selected. Okay, so that is the most we can take for today. I'm sure you have benefited a lot from the training today. If you have benefited something from this training, indicate in the comment section. And if you have not yet gained access to my complete Revit tutorial, where I get to mentor you from beginning until you become an expert in the use of Revit, ensure you click on the link in the description of the video. It will take you to where you can enroll for the training. All right, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Thank you, and see you in the next